Hello guys, and welcome back to my second episode of my Rebuilding Brighton series, where I'm showing that I'm actually not bad at Football Manager for the first time ever. We've gone on a bit of a run where we got a couple of draws that were pretty disappointing against Huddersfield, Preston and Brentford, all 0-0s, not really ones that we wanted to be drawing, but we did manage to get a lot of wins in there too against Blackburn and MK Dons and Brentford in the Caraboa Cup. The next match that we're playing is in the Caraboa Cup against Burnley, and I believe that we've already met the board's expectation of reaching the third round. Yes, there we can see that the board only wants us to reach the third round, and that's exactly what we've done. So anything above this is just a wee bonus. This is the side that we're going to line up with, just rotating it a bit, giving some youth a bit of a run in the squad, seeing who can play well. A couple of players I've been pretty disappointed this season with. Mayoral has been pretty terrible so far, only scoring 3 goals in the league, and he's not actually been playing too well based off that 6.76 rating. Also, Gray has only just managed to get on the score sheet with a great performance in his last match, but apart from that, he's not been doing anything, so hopefully he can push on from that game. But we're going to jump straight into this match against Burnley, and just before I do that, just while I remember, I'll show you guys the promise screen, and you'll be happy to know that my job is no longer under speculation. We've completely gotten rid of the get 6 points out of 5 matches thing, because we have done that in spades. Up in 4th place in the league, the board are very happy with how I'm doing, and by very happy I mean a C+, but we'll take that, and that's certainly where we want to be at this point in the series. But without any further ado, we're going to jump straight into the Caraboa Cup third round. I've brought Mopé in just to get that talented player off the reserves and actually give him some game time. Mayoral has got plenty of game time in the first team. Chris Wood captaining the Burnley side. New Zealander, we always like to see New Zealanders succeeding. If you haven't seen my Wellington Wanderers series, probably don't check it out if you want to see some really high quality winning gameplay, but it's quite entertaining if you're from the New Zealand sort of region. Straight into the game, we are going with a more balanced approach. We have been trying out positive lately, but against a team like Burnley, who are in the Premier League, I feel like this is probably a smarter approach to go with. And we are doing pretty well against them straight off the bat. I know that we shouldn't be getting too excited after 10 minutes, especially when they have a throw in right up our end of the field, and they're playing it in pretty well, Hendricks, and we know that Burnley have a great header of the ball in the middle. That is Chris Wood. They put a ball in, and it does go to Chris Wood, and he does score. Just as I'm talking about how I'm happy to see New Zealanders doing well, I'm not happy to see them do well against me. That's not what we want to see, but a great ball, and you can't really complain about the header. Chris Wood's very dangerous in real life and in this game from that sort of area. In this game, he seems to get the top goal scorer for the Premier League quite often, which is very weird, considering how he's certainly not really in the conversation for the real-life top goal scorer, but don't mind to see New Zealanders getting some recognition, even if it is in a virtual reality game. But we push on, and this chance has been going for absolutely ages. Alzate takes a shot to finish it, and I don't know if we really need to see that one. That took far too long, and it ended up being a pretty disappointing chance in the end. Jumping into the second half, they've gotten a red card in the first half, and that's all to speak about, but we can't seem to capitalise on that red card, the extra man that we have. Although we are having a lot of shots, no chances came our way in that second half, and it is a little bit concerning. We are going to bring Bernardo on for the left back that we have in on loan. He has been playing a lot for the reserves, which is probably something I should stop, because I just want to make sure his match fitness is up there, but I don't want him to actually be tired when it comes to the time when he is called up to the first team. Maybe we should go on to more of a positive approach, because this doesn't seem to be creating too many shots on goal. Maybe it's time to bring Mopé on, actually, as I was speaking at the start of the match about how he could be a man to make a bit of an impact for us. He does come on, and hopefully he can score a goal to maybe even get himself a bit of a run in the league matches. He is certainly good enough to do that. and he's probably not very happy rotting away in the reserves. But right now, he's not proving that he should be doing that. But from a corner, he might be able to do just that. As we put it in, Bai collects it, plays it into Alzate, who plays it back to Basuma, and Basuma takes a shot, which goes just wide, but that is exactly what we want to be doing, trying to create chances that actually end up showing me chances, because right now, I'm getting a bit of a snooze fest from this match, and I'm not very happy with the performance from the boys, if I'm being completely honest. We're going to chuck Alzate onto that more attacking sort of role and play him as a Mazzala, Crucents, or Keesents I've been calling him. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that one, and I'm not the type of person to be changing to those nicknames like a lot of YouTubers do. I don't know, there's something off about that to me. So we're going to keep pushing, and we're actually going to have to go attacking. Although we've had all the shots on target and all of the possession, we can't score a goal, and I think this is how the game's going to end, and this is a pretty disappointing result. After a really good performance, we just couldn't find a goal, and that's been the story of our season so far. I'll tell them they played well, because they did do well out there, getting 36 shots on a Premier League side, but that's not what we want to see, and into our next game against Birmingham, we do need to do a lot better. Big changes to the lineup going up against Birmingham. A lot of players that should be in the first team have been brought back in so that we are at full strength against a pretty good opponent here. Birmingham are actually a solid side, and I've seen them get promoted in a lot of my Football Manager saves this year, so we certainly should give them the respect that they deserve and tread cautiously in this game, although we have already given 2 shots with only 27% possession, but obviously that jumps straight back up to about 50%. We have a free kick in a very promising area here. Cataldi stepping over it, and he takes a shot and he gets it in the back of the net. That's his first goal of the season, and we don't mind that one bit. He has been playing brilliantly in that central defensive midfield position this year. He has really made it his own. He's making a lot of defensive tackles, it seems, and he's getting really high ratings as a result of it. So I'm very pleased with how he is performing, and it is nice to see him get on the score sheet. Those are the kind of goals that we'd like to be scoring, because now we are able to kick off and hopefully bag a few more. You guys know that we've got an issue with scoring right now, so when we score goals like that, we need to keep the momentum going. And right now, it doesn't seem like we are, unless Cataldi scores another free kick, which he almost does. That would have been a brilliant way for him to get 2 goals in the season. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it, and we have a corner, and he's put it in, but it's just been taken away by the Birmingham players. The chance might not be over, but I imagine this is just one of those silly chances they always talk about that fizzles out into nothing. 26 minutes on the clock, 1-0 up. It doesn't look like Birmingham are really getting into the game. We're really dominating those possession stats and those shooting stats. Despite those stats, we go straight back into the second half, still only 1 goal to the good. So many more shots came our way, but still no more chances, and it's really unfortunate to see. I'm trying to work the ball into the box, and that's the only tactical change that I've made so far, but with no more shots coming in, it does look like I might have to be making some tactical changes with bringing on some substitutes. I'm not sure who I'm planning on bringing on, but if Birmingham score here, I'm certainly going to have to think about it, and even though they didn't score, they have another corner. What's going on? And you make these tactical changes straight away. Oh my gosh, a clearance off the line. I'm pausing. I can't have this anymore. I'll try working the ball into the box wasn't working. I'll try going slightly shorter passing and higher, I guess. Taking that down a notch. March can come on for Gray, who again is just having a disappointing match, and it's really upsetting to see because of how good his stats are and how much we paid for him, but he can't seem to get those results on the pitch. So yes, that shows that it didn't go over the line, but a good goal line clearance, and Birmingham look to be getting back into this game in the second half, dominating possession right now, and we need to really keep an eye out for them. No change to the stats so far, no more shots to either side, and we are hoping that this wee tweak to the system can actually end up scoring some goals. And we have another corner. March gets the ball from it as a result of a clearance that didn't quite go the way Birmingham wanted. A great ball in, and March takes a header, but Button, our ex-player, manages to make a good save, but maybe the chance isn't over. He clears it long, but it goes straight back to our goalkeeper. Bit of ping pong. Is that the phrase? Don't think it is. Maybe not. Bit of tennis. Let's go with. Campuzano plays it over to Bernardo. Bernardo puts a good ball in, but we can't manage to get our heads to it. Cataldi playing it well in the midfield area, having a really good game this game. Bernardo puts another ball in, and March shoots, and it's just not going over the line. Oh my goodness. We can't buy a goal in this league right now. It's ridiculous. Mayoral's doing absolutely nothing to contribute as well. And we're paying him $79,000 for nothing at this point. But we are up in third, and that's what we want to be seeing. As long as we're getting these wins, we're pretty happy with the performance from the boys. Bernardo probably needs to come off. We'll bring Frimpong on for him, and Andone can come on for Mayoral just to see if that is the problem. Maybe Mayoral is the issue. Maybe we need to start thinking about playing Andone, because we know that he can score. He did it in the Premier League, and I knew that he'd be able to do it at this level. But with Mayoral on the team sheet, you can't say no to him. If we score here, it will definitely secure the game. Campuzano plays it out to March. March puts a ball in, hopefully. Can't actually make it in. I'm always jumping the gun on those, just assuming that he'll put a good ball in, but he doesn't get a good ball in this time. Birmingham on the attack now, but Trossard makes a really good interception. Please put a ball in this time. No, good tackle again by Birmingham, and they keep taking it the other way, but we keep getting it back. This is just an ineffective use of my time. I don't need to be seeing all of this build-up. You could have started the chance here, and it would have been just as fine. And it is Birmingham that actually have the chance. Shoot, and it's a good save from our goalkeeper. That was way too long of a chance. Didn't need to see all of that. And we have another one straight afterwards. Birmingham are knocking on our door, trying to make that goal that can get them back into the game. And if they steal a point from us now, it has to be said, it would be very undeserved. Trossard barreling up the pitch, and he looks to shoot, and he can't quite score. Oh, that's really disappointing. Great run by Trossard. But if we can just edge out these last few seconds, we will get 3 points, which is exactly what we want. And I think we've done it. Yes, we have. 3 points on the board, and that will put us into third position at the end of this episode. Very successful episode. 1 win and 1 loss. I say very successful, but the Caraboa Cup is not something that we really need to be worrying about. Just before we end the episode, there's confirmation of that third place in the league. 9 games, 19 points. Certainly not unhappy with that. Still no losses, and hopefully we can keep that up until the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out in this series, and I'll make sure to see you in the next episode.